I'm watching the game right now, too. What is that? I can't hear what you just said.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you are. I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear me?
I can.
All right, cool.
Can you hear me?
I got it on my phone, so I'm going to just guess what you're saying.
You can't hear me at all?
Hey, no, seriously, dude, I'm about to exit. I'm about to exit to the warehouse right now. But, hey, I just drove from fucking Clayton, man.
I mean, I can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I got it to my ear. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Well, they're gonna be looking at the blue fucking money for a little while. And that's what I'm gonna say. All right. There we go. All right, let's get started. 5, 4, 3, 2. Jimmy Buckets goes off for 41 points. NFL rookies are getting more guarantees on their deals than their ex-girlfriends did during draft day. The Pac-12 announces changes to football. The Pac-12 announces changes to the football championship game, and U.S. soccer finally agrees on equal pay between both men's and women's teams. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All-Pro JAFFO, the PvP podcast, where we bring you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I'm your host, JP. Alongside me, as always, the 6'10 beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K.
I need you all my people.
And before we get on to this episode brought to you by Popple, the #1 digital business card platform for teams and individuals. Go to popple.co and use the promo code PVPFamily for 25% off at checkout. Popple, we help professionals network better. Again, starting it off, Jimmy fucking Buckets, man. Holy crap. The dude just, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea where any of the idea. I didn't know that the national media didn't think of Jimmy Butler as a superstar already. I thought that was already a given.
Hell no.
Like, I thought Jimmy Butler was already considered one of the top players in the game.
No, he's nationally considered as a number 2.
Then he's disrespected in a major way.
Yeah, that's why he acts the way he acts, man.
Absolutely disrespected in the worst way. I mean, again, he goes off for 41 points. They take game 1, 118 to 107. The Heat were down 8 at halftime, and then he erupted for a 39-19 third quarter run. Butler scored 27 of his 41 points in the second half. His final tally was 41 points. He was 17 for 18 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. I mean, on the defensive side of the ball, he was just ungodly of how he was. The amount of blocks, honestly, in this game from both sides of the ball, I was like, holy shit. But it could you definitely tell both of these teams are the top defenses in all of the NBA.
Sure.
It was pretty fucking cool to at least see the defensive side of the ball between these two teams. But then seeing Miami with the home crowd, everything else like that. It was kind of one of those. It was Miami's game to lose, especially with Marcus Smart and Al Horford out. They definitely needed to take advantage of that situation. So getting the win, I mean, I think it was kind of one of those foregone conclusions that it was going to happen. It was just a matter of what way. And Butler showed that he was the way. Tyler Hero off the bench, 18 points, 8 rebounds.
6 man of the year.
Is there a reason why he's not a starter? Can somebody explain that to me? He's outscoring some of the starters. So how the hell is he not a starter?
Energy. Yeah. Because all right, if you start Tyler Hero, who's gonna come off the bench with that clip like that? Like how Tyler comes in. Tyler plays every game like y'all got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? No, real shit. Look at Tyler Hero's persona, man. Persona. I'm sorry, I said it wrong the first time. I said that shit like fucking baby or some shit on fucking wedding. But no, yeah, check his persona. Tyler Hero, I got that. The post game, he had a fucking he had one of those vests from your wedding on post game.
Just that? That's all he had, just the vest?
Bro, no shirt, undershirt. He had no undershirt on and a hat. Bam Adebayo fucking rolled his sleeves up. Like, that's how that shit was.
That's that Pat Riley culture down there, bro.
I mean,
that don't give a fuck everybody attitude. We're gonna go in there and put it down your fucking throat.
I can't even give Pat that credit. I can't give Pat that credit because shit, since Jimmy Butler and Spoelstra have almost fought, them motherfuckers been 15-6.
Yeah, I was gonna say 15-6 since then.
That might be
everyone was talking. Oh man, this fight right here, this might be the downfall of the Heat and everything. And now look at them. It's like, good Lord, they couldn't be any more wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even I looked at it like this doesn't happen on teams who are, number one seed, contending to be one of the top players in the East, if not the entire league. And this type of shit happens. That just rarely do you ever see that happen, and then they come off the other side okay. And the Heat did more than that. They just, today's game, or was it yesterday's game? I mean, again, the Celtics were no slouch. Even without Marcus Smart and Al Horford in there, again, halftime, the Celtics were up by 8. So it's not like they weren't necessarily holding their own. It's just when that second half hit, Jimmy just, all right, I'm gonna just take the reins and show you guys how it's really done. I mean, Tatum himself had 29 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Jaylen Brown had 24 and 10. And Pritchard off the bench.
Pritchard was fucking clipping, bro.
I was gonna say Pritchard matched Tyler Hero at 18, but had 5 rebounds and 4 3-pointers for those 18 points. Like Pritchard,
he surprised me.
Pritchard, the game 7 against Milwaukee. I was like, why aren't they giving that man the ball? He's hot right now. Give him the ball. Let him shoot. And he had that moment in the fourth. He's like, that's what I do. After he nailed that 3, I was like, oh. And then he came back and hit him with a crossover step back through the legs. I was like, oh, this guy's a little nice. I was like, this little guy right here is actually putting up some moves in game 7. Who's this guy? Give the ball to Pritchard.
I give credit to Boston. They always find one of those guys where it's like who the fuck is this? You're like, oh shit, this is a nice ass white dude.
And then Boston Celtics fans are coming in like they already knew. Fucking liars. Well, you guys were just as surprised as we were, you assholes.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
No, the true, like, die-hard fucking Celtics fans, okay, I get you. The casual Celtics fan, go fuck yourself. You didn't know who Pritchard was.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know. You had no idea. Stop acting like you did. It's fine. But I mean, again, I'm watching that whole game. I was like, it was a good game. It looked like it was about to be a blowout with 39-19 in the third, and then kind of Celtics kind of brought it back a little bit to within a little bit of a respectful deficit instead of what they were at initially, because it was looking like they were about to get put out the way the Suns got put out against Dallas. Like it was looking like that for a quick second. I was about to tweet, bro. Miami's putting on a spanking clinic right now. Like they are just beating the shit out of the Celtics. And then Celtics started coming back a little bit, and I was like, all right, maybe I should not send that tweet just yet. It's not as bad as it's looking. If I send this out and Celtics come out and win, I mean, one, it'll help my chances because I picked the Celtics in 6. Or no, actually, no, I picked the Celtics in 7. Mad Six picked the Celtics.
You called a sweep.
I called the sweep. I called the sweep between Golden State and Dallas. That's when I called the sweep.
No.
That's when I called the sweep. I did not call a Celtics sweep. I called Celtics in 7. I specifically, we can run back the tape. And you and Mad Six even got on me too. You were like, you were just talking up Luka this entire time, and you just said the Warriors are going to sweep him? Yep. Exactly what I said. I know what I said. I said the Warriors are going to sweep, and Celtics in 7. I think Mad Six was the one who said that the Celtics were going to sweep, just to be spiteful of you.
Fucking shot Jock, man. Fucking shot Jock. No, but seriously though, I don't know why people thought that the Celtics gonna do something against us, because Jason Tatum burnt his clip out. I want to say that shit during the fucking game. Jason Tatum burnt his clip out. That's why the second half he was fucking burnt. He didn't do shit the second half. His clip was burnt. He fucking went crazy against Milwaukee. Right? He went crazy against Milwaukee.
Two Shorts performing live at halftime over in Golden State in San Francisco.
That makes sense.
I mean,
what? Well, E40 was performing like multiple times during their fucking championship runs.
I feel like it would feel better if they were still in Oakland.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I actually was able to see
Oracle would be fucking vibing right now.
Oh, bro. I literally saw one of the Warriors playoff games on one of the years they won the ring. The Oracle was nuts.
Yeah. Oracle got loud. It's a piece of shit stadium, but the fans got loud. It's basically the basketball version of the Coliseum, to be completely honest with you. But again, like the fans and stuff like that is what made it a spectacle.
So you're saying that the Coliseum right next, so the Coliseum and Oracle are twins and they're right beside each other. That's what you're saying.
Yep.
All righty.
100%.
Honestly, I think that's a slander, but I'm not gonna go into
No. You and me have both been to the Coliseum. We know how bad of a piece of shit that stadium is. We know that for sure. Oracle's compared to a lot of other arenas and stuff, Oracle is bad. It's bad.
Oracle's pretty bad. The Orlando Magic Arena is way better than Oracle. And them motherfuckers got a number 1 draft pick again this year.
Hey, Sacramento got fucking lucky moving up to number 4, huh? Still ain't gonna need a goddamn thing, huh?
Yeah, I don't know none of the college players that's out this year. So
I mean, I know Chet Holmgren and Jabari Smith. Those are the only 2 that I really know. But everybody else is gonna have to educate me on everyone else that's coming out, because I really don't know. Yeah, I don't really. I probably should, especially if we kind of did this last year. We didn't really pay attention to the regular season. We just kind of covered the playoffs and the finals.
yeah.
But, I mean, maybe we should get a little bit more into who the players are and stuff like that, getting into March Madness and all that. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to watch college basketball regular season unless it's
Bro,
like a
that's so
Duke
many
North
games.
Carolina. If it's like a Duke North Carolina game, cool, maybe. But anything outside of that, I'll just wait for March Madness. I'll just wait for the tournament and then be entertained and stuff like that from there. It's just, I don't know. For me, I guess you can call it ADHD or whatever the hell it is you want to call it because I'm not these long ass seasons. Just I can't pay attention for that long because not all of the games really matter. Like at least the first half of the season doesn't really matter. So it's just kind of like why really pay attention? That's one of the reasons why I like football so much because it's just 20 weeks of football, one game every week, and every game matters in placement and everything like that. But when it comes to basketball and baseball too, especially, geez, fuck Christ, 162 games. Just stop. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why does it need to be 162? I don't get it. I don't understand it. That to me, I never got. But the baseball players are getting paid fucking handsomely, so I guess it's worth it. They kind of have to. They kind of have to play that many games.
Yeah, to make it make sense.
It's, but again, it's just one of those. The sport it makes the sport a little bit more boring because of the fact that not all the games matter. So, did you see my reel earlier today?
Oh.
I put up a reel. They had it was going to randomly draw your all-time starting five from the all 75 team.
Shit.
The second one I got, it was like I got Jordan, I got George Gervin, the Iceman for San Antonio.
Yeah, Iceman, yeah.
I got Patrick Ewing, Dr. J, and some white guy from the 50s. I have no idea who it is. He's probably somebody important. I couldn't even tell you his name right now.
Oh, I thought you had one of those in front of you.
Oh, no. I didn't have it in front. I just said I couldn't tell you what his name is right now. But the one I had before that, because I tried it again, the first player I got was Dwayne Wade. I was like, okay, that's a good start.
Hey, the Flash.
I was like, I could deal with Dwayne Wade. That's right. And then James Harden popped up, and I was like, nope, done.
You still can deal because you got D Wade.
Nope. I was like, I'm not even going to complete my team. James Harden on it. I'm fucking done. I don't even care who is on. I was like, I don't even care who the other three are. It's just the bad juju of not ever winning a title with Harden is bad enough to stain your team. So I'm like, fuck, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it at all. I'm just going to move on and try this again. And the first draw was Jordan. I was like, all right, cool. This one I could deal with. I might have kept going if it was Jordan and then like D-Wade, Jordan, and then James Harden. I might have been able to deal with it because I know Jordan would have just don't give him the ball. Just get him away from the ball. he would have done that. But I was just like, no, I'm not doing it. Can't do it. Can't win with him. Won't win with him. Can't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Warriors and the Mavs are playing right now. They are at halftime. I had to move it because I didn't want to be watching the game on the TV from over at the station because that would have been a shitty angle. I wouldn't have been able to see shit. So I just moved things over, but the computer's still over there. So you guys are watching this on YouTube and everything like that. I can't see your questions. I can't see your comments, but appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for being here anyway. Hanging out with us and talking, especially on Spotify and all that kind of stuff too. Before we get on to the next thing, Raise Energy, you guys already know, repsports.com, reppsports.com. Use the promo code AlphaRaise at checkout to get 15% off of your order. Demand more, join the Raise Rebellion. They got the Arnold Palmer coming out pretty soon. They got mystery flavors, all that stuff you guys already know. I just used one of the hydration packs and protein and stuff like that from the workout and everything today, and felt great throughout the whole thing, especially since I haven't really been in the gym for a long period of time. So being in there for the first time for about 45 minutes and stuff like that felt kind of good coming out. Getting excited for that whole process, on which I'll
Holy
talk later
shit!
about.
You went to the gym?
Again, we'll talk a little bit later about it. I'm just letting you know.
Holy shit!
But first of all,
Yo,
fuck you.
big.
Second of all, God damn it, I know you don't have to do that. Again, Raise Energy, you guys know, repsports.com, Alpha Race with promo code. Appreciate Ray for being with us since day one. You're a dick. You're a dick.
Oh God.
I can only think of one thing that's more dickish than what you just did right there. It's the NFL rookies with their ex-girlfriends on draft day.
That's dickish?
It's a little dickish. It's a little dickish.
I want to hear you out first before
straight up getting into like, oh, I just got drafted. Deuces. All the girls and stuff like that getting hella excited. Oh, they're with their man. They just hit the big time.
Fuck! I wish my phone wasn't close to dying. Not like it's not close, but it's under 50%. I would find Russell Wilson's draft day picture.
Hurt, bro.
No.
I'd seen that picture and I almost cried. I was laughing so hard. I was like, bro, she was looking at her parents like she was about to be, I'm moving to Sierra. You moving with who? I'm with Sierra now. Who are you? Like,
She said,
damn.
You
From Wisconsin to Washington.
Yeah, nah.
You were that college process. You're here as a formality.
Real
You're
shit.
here for added effect and excitement. That is what you're here for. It's sad. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. Like I'm not saying it's right at all. It is a little funny how some of these there are players in the league right now that have been with their significant others and stuff like that since like high school, middle school, and all that. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying it was a little fucked up for these guys' ego to be so big. Once they know they're about to get that first mill, it's out. I'm looking for my own. I just got drafted. I'm just gonna go start slinging dick everywhere. That's just what I'm gonna. That's how you guys get in trouble. That's how you guys get. Warren Sapp, top 5 reasons why people get in trouble. Go watch that shit. You'll learn something. All right, you guys need to stop that. Hey, maybe some of these girlfriends do need to be with you guys instead of you guys cutting them off. All right. It's like maybe they do need to hold you down before you get your dumb ass in trouble. But getting into the actual point, other than the joke, I just top of the head, I thought it was kind of funny because the amount of rookie guarantees, fully guaranteed rookie contracts that are going out. I want to say everybody in the first round besides Kenny Pickett got a fully covered. Fully guaranteed contract. Damn near everyone all but I want to say 3, maybe 4 of Georgia's first round picks didn't get fully guaranteed. Trayvon Walker, fully guaranteed, $37.4 million. He's the first overall pick to the Jags. Jordan Davis, fully guaranteed, $17 million. He's with the Eagles. Quay Walker, fully guaranteed, $13.8 million. Devontae Wyatt, fully guaranteed, $12.8 million. Lewis Sign, is a sign or kind? I don't know. Cine. Y'all give me the pronunciation later. Fully guaranteed, 11.4. Traylon Burks, the wide receiver from Arkansas, he's fully guaranteed for 14.3. And again, that's just to name a few. That I didn't. I was literally trying to go down the list of all the people that are fully guaranteed. I don't have enough paper in my notebook right here. all right, to be putting all this shit down. So I was just kind of like, you know what? The idea of the whole thing kind of catches it already. NFL rookies are getting paid and fully guaranteed pay because a lot of these players, to be completely honest, are really good and really, kind of deserve a lot of this stuff. So, I mean, rookies, they still got to prove themselves, but the amount of money that's being put out is just, I mean, Sauce Gardner got fully guaranteed on his, or actually, no, they didn't even disclose any information about the contract. They just said that he was signed.
I know his contract, he lost basically like $17 million because of New York Texans. Sauce Gardner was supposed to get like $50-some million, but he ended up getting like 33. It might have been 60 million.
He was about to get fully guaranteed base rookie contract plus incentives and bonuses.
Yeah, but but New York taxes fucked him up. Like basically everybody, like old boy that you said got drafted #1 overall, his contract stayed fully guaranteed, but the New York taxes whooped his ass. Like states with taxes that's not Florida, Texas, Nevada. You know what I'm saying? Like
basically places in the South.
Their ass whooped.
Yeah, they got taken for a lot of their fucking money. A lot of that fully guaranteed money. The 13.8, that kind of means 5. That's what that means. All the taxes and stuff like that, and a lot of, especially California. Whoever got signed in California. Hey, you better hope the next contract that comes up is a big one because or just move to a different state because the taxes here. Oh my goodness gracious!
You do know the 49ers a California team, right?
I do get that. And I do understand that's probably one of the main reasons why we had to pay a lot of the guys. Like George Kittle's the highest paid tight end right now. And Nick Bosa is about to be one of the higher paid. Like we got like 3 of the highest paid players at their respective positions on the team. And it has to be that way because the taxes are going to take away a lot of it. Really, they're in about the top 5 quota when it comes to actually how much they're actually getting. I'm just saying. The taxes that are here in California are just ridiculous. It's insane. All the tax money and the roads are still shit. Who knew? But, hey, eventually they're going to look good. But the NFL is starting to ramp up. Obviously, all the rookie signings and everything that have gone on. OTAs are about to start coming up. And before you know it, preseason's going to be here. We're going to be talking about that. Football season's going to come up and hit, and we're going to be off and running, especially at that time too. But right now, we're in NBA time. We got no baseball coverage because fuck them. And
hey,
what?
Yeah, you heard
me. Did you say AB?
Yankees.
Oh yeah. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Why? Because Barry Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame. That's why.
Shit, Aaron Judge is a pure blood.
Yeah, Aaron Judge is okay. He's cool. Yeah, it's whatever. No cover, no baseball coverage here. Hey. I said no baseball coverage.
I'm not talking about it. I'm just like, okay, like that's pretty fucking, that's kind of disrespectful.
The fact that they don't have Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame is disrespectful. But hey, and the reasonings behind it, that's all disrespectful. But shit happens.
I slightly agree.
Not getting into that conversation. They don't deserve my voice right now. I shouldn't even be talking about it. Fucking.
They don't.
Before we get into the next topic, ladies and gentlemen, Groundbreaking Enterprise is a premier real estate company ready to buy your house as is. Have you considered selling? If you have, call 510-646-7891 and get your no obligation offer now. That's 510-646-7891. Sell your home with Groundbreaking Enterprises. Tell them the JAFFO sent you. We appreciate them for being with us and being a part of the JAFFO family. The Pac-12 announced their new format in the championship game. As we all know, the Pac-12 has two divisions, and basically the top teams in those divisions would play in the Pac-12 championship game. Well, the format has changed now, beginning in 2022, which is this coming year. The two teams with the highest win percentage, that's who goes in. Doesn't matter what division you're in, or what it is, you need to have the wins. So I think the divisions are still going to be there. Just them being a factor of getting into the championship game doesn't matter anymore. Which I think it kind of should have been like that a long time ago. But I mean, better late than never, I guess. But they even put up a post on Sports Illustrated that they're like, oh, this is how different the last 15 years of the Pac-12 championship game would have turned out. And I looked at it and I was like, there's not much of a difference. Like really at all. The right teams were in at the right time. So, I mean, that's just, it would be a little bit, there were a couple of games here and there, maybe like 3 or 4 out of the entire 15 that really changed. But the majority of everybody else, they're right. They're right where they needed to be. So I guess making it formal now, making it a guarantee that if your win percentage is the highest, you get the top 2 win percentage, then you deserve to be in. I'm fine with that. Is it going to make the Pac-12 any more competitive with the SEC?
Fuck no.
No, absolutely not. Why? Because I feel like the SEC is about to literally just be the ECC, the East Coast Conference. Like the entire East Coast is going to be that conference.
So they're going to throw Miami in there as well.
They're going to throw Miami in there eventually. Texas and Oklahoma are going there in 2 years. Like, I want to say there's like 20 teams in the SEC. But there's a ridiculous amount of teams in the SEC already. I mean, fuck, Vanderbilt is part of the SEC. Like,
I mean, if you really think though, first off, Vanderbilt's been a part of it. They've been a part of it. But at the same time, Vanderbilt has had flashes where they've been really fucking good. You know what I'm saying?
When, please? I'm about to say what your friggin' background says based on community standards and prevent me from replying honestly to this situation.
Yeah, no, I was reacting to really the Pac-12. All right, so hold on. Before I answer that question, right, I got to say this really quickly. I believe that if the Pac-12 would have did that shit like a long time ago, but you were saying it really didn't change, I felt like recruitment would have changed a lot. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but I mean, that's huge. That's the hugest part of everything because there's no more pipelines. There's no more fucking, you know what I mean? Like, no more extra shit. So, I mean, I feel like teams would have got a lot better just due to a lot of different shit. Like, say it like this. Like, if the Pac-12 would have did that shit a long time ago, right? Just say, at Colin Kaepernick, bro.
Kaepernick went to Nevada. That was a whack school at the time, not a Pac-12. You're cutting in and out.
Right. And Nevada was decent. Yeah, I'm over here by fucking Costco. It's shit service over here. So yeah, Costco. I just feel like but yeah, I feel like that a lot of teams would have got a lot better just due to the fact they could have recruited a lot better when they were actually good. Like a lot of teams that were good and now they're bad, like they probably would have kept that shit going because they could have recruited a lot better. Like a lot of people would have just came to those schools when they were good.
Yeah.
Instead of, you know what I mean? Like it would have been a lot different.
I mean, Oregon is still up there, obviously, as one of the. It's if I'm not mistaken, the top recruiting schools in the Pac-12
Aesthetic.
are Oregon, USC, and Stanford. I think those are the top three schools.
Well, that makes perfect sense. Think about it. You got to think about it, bro. I'm glad Caleb's not here, so he's not gonna like this. People go to Oregon for the aesthetic, not for shit else.
I mean, Oregon had a pretty good run there of dominance and everything, even before Mariota and everything was there with the Anthony Thomas and before that and all that kind of stuff. They were a good team. I mean, they won the Fiesta Bowl with the Anthony Thomas.
Chip Kelly.
And then after that, it kind of went downhill a little bit. I mean, came back up with Justin Herbert, and then he left and it kind of went back down a little bit again. Just it's getting a little bit of a roller coaster. But Oregon's always been known for the uniforms.
And like most of the people that go, and that's why people go there. That's how they'll get Justin Herbert, because Justin Herbert's little brother wanted to go to Oregon because of the jerseys, and Justin Herbert stayed his senior year to play with his little brother, who no one fucking knows right now. You know what I'm saying?
No one knows. Who no one gives a damn about.
You get what I'm saying? So most of the people go to Oregon for the jerseys. Like, Oregon has opportunity to be good because they'll get a talented motherfucker that want to look clean. But for the most part, they're getting people because of the jerseys. They got multiple different helmets. They got multiple different fucking schemes. Nike headquarters is like up the street. You know what I mean? Like you got all of that fucking involved. You don't have to be in fucking LA when you're able to get fucking Air Maxes every fucking Friday, bro. Like, you know what I
mean? Different color Air Maxes every Friday.
Like, come on, dog.
You know the resale value on these motherfuckers, goddamn.
Bro. Bro, that's my point.
Nike's been fucking recruiting and stuff like that for ages. It was just legal.
Bro, and at the same time, all right, so now let's move to USC. USC just got Oklahoma's old coach. I know you don't give a fuck and he's not going to do well. Moving past that, motherfuckers is going to USC because of LA.
USC hasn't really been shit since Reggie left.
Exactly. So that just proved my point. Everybody that's going to USC since Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart left has been going because they want to live in LA. Not the way they want to live in that.
I'm sorry, I've been to LA. People in LA, hey, love you guys. You guys watching the show. Appreciate you guys for watching. But even you hate living in LA. The traffic, all that other country. I mean, come on, bro. You can't enjoy living in a place like that. It's
true,
with
but
the pollution,
you only know
the
that.
fake ass people walking around all over the place in Hollywood. Why?
But you only know that. You only know that when you live in California, and no matter what part of California you live in, when you live in California, you find out about LA very quickly, right?
If you don't live in California, it's still like, ooh, the glitz and glamour.
Yes. See what I mean? And most of their fucking goddamn talent in USC they've been getting has been from the South. They know.
So by the way, the school is next to fucking Crenshaw, Inglewood, all of South Central LA. It ain't Hollywood, bro.
they gonna say something different. They gonna say they use other things to get people there, right? Like the same way they do when they describe, like, you know, poverty areas. They say like urban. Like they say other shit.
There's two words. There's two words for it. There's urban and there's suburbs. You can tell which one is which. And who has who where.
USC is urban. You
So
UCLA
does UCLA.
is the fucking suburbs.
Really? I thought they were near Inglewood.
Yeah, near Inglewood, not in Inglewood.
Oh, okay. Not in Inglewood. Near. Okay, I get it.
Near Inglewood.
You got mansions near the ghetto all the time.
Hey, that motherfucking adjective is the strongest adjective in the fucking world.
Shit. Oh, fuck, people.
You know what I'm saying? And what was the last school you said?
Was it UCLA?
No, you said UCLA, Oregon, and it was somebody else.
USC, Oregon, and Stanford.
Stanford. All right, cool.
They got SoCal, they got NorCal, and they got Oregon.
Look, so here's the thing. It's easy to fucking goddamn recruit motherfuckers for Stanford when all they want to do is kick it. I worked at Stanford for 4 fucking years, bro. I miss that shit.
They're just a bunch of genius potheads.
No, fuck that. Bro, Stanford is its own city. Like, the school is its own city, bro. Like, they have everything you want there. Everything. Stanford has their own Craigslist.
No, I once went to Stanford as during an event as a catering. I forgot what the event was, but one thing I did know: every single one of the seniors, for I think it was a senior dinner or some shit like that. But all the athletes from all the seniors, they were all there. Like, they were all there chilling, having a good ass time. And from what I was hearing, yeah, they have their own city. Exactly. It's like the Vatican. They have their own set of rules. You got to know what goes down in those set of rules. That's what I'm saying. It's a bunch of smart, genius level people, because Stanford is no slouch, especially when it comes to academics. Like, no, you got to give Stanford its due when it comes to academics. Stanford is like all renowned throughout the entire country when it comes to its academics. You can't knock them for that.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
There's also a lot of there's a lot of Redwood City white kids, Redwood City Menlo Park white kids that mommy and daddy put in there too.
Bro, it's all like, bro, it's a lot. It's a lot of motherfuckers in there that got bro.
It's like, it's more of them than you would think.
You got a bunch of dude, bro, dude. What's a bunch of them? Bro,
oh, shit.
4 years, bro. 4 years. 4 years, dog. Every day. I work Sunday through fucking Thursday, sometimes Friday. Every day, bro. Every fucking day. Every fucking day I went to work.
That's hilarious.
Shout out, since we're talking about it, shout out my boy Jordan. I called him Tom Brady. He's from Chicago. He's already graduated. And he was fucking dope. I don't remember his last name, but he was my coworker. He was dope as shit, bro. He was dope as shit. White guy from fucking Chicago. He was a fucking
he wasn't a West Coast white guy. He wasn't that, bro. He was like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing?
He was exactly that. He was exactly that. Fucking Jordan, bro. I tell you, I called him Tom Brady after this dodgeball game. IM's hosting. And they had the fucking a bunch of the fucking recruits and like kids that was just visiting the campus for that 1 week, you know, like the shit they do at universities. So, bro, when I tell you, him and his fucking goddamn fraternity brothers fucking put out a fucking a gun range. They had a shooting range.
I
Like a firing squad. Couldn't think of the right name. They had a firing squad.
Fucking Stanford. Fucking Stanford. All right, before we go on to the next topic, ladies and gentlemen, Gunner Sports, Leslie Jackson, the CEO and the founder of the entire thing, they bring you the Bay Area Cali Classic All-Star Game. They also bring you the Gunner Sports Academy, where they basically teach your kids to become a better athlete as well as a better person. They are very big on the mental aspect of not just the game, but outside of that, how to hold your kids accountable, how to, make sure that they grow up to actually be productive members of society. That's everything that Gunner Sports is all about. They're not just training your kid to be a hell of an athlete on the field, a hell of a person off the field. These are the people you want to be. Coaches, if you want to get your kid into the Bay Area Cali Classic All-Star Game, which we guarantee you is going to be the biggest all-star game in all of California very soon. Mark our words on that. I promise you it's going to happen. You're going to want to have your kid exposed to this whole thing. Go to our YouTube channel. We've got the highlights and everything else like that from the Bay Area Cali Classic, the game and everything else like that. As entertaining as it was, the amount of talent and everything that was on the field that day. And one of the only games that I've ever seen the all-star games to go to overtime. It's competitive, but it's safe. There's a friendly environment. The kids know, there's competition, but hey, we're all here to have a good time and get some film out there so all of us can go. So there is that sense of community. There is that sense of brotherhood and everything else like that when it comes to Gunner Sports and all of them. Wrong time to have the background up like that, man. Come on. But again, parents, coaches, you guys want your kid to get better on and off the field. Gunner Sports is where you want to go. Gunner Sports, we appreciate you guys for being with us and allowing us to be a part of everything that you guys do. U.S. soccer finally agrees for equal pay amongst both the men and the women. Did I say about goddamn time? As a matter of fact, in my opinion, the women should have been paid more a long ass time ago because they're the only ones who actually won the World Cups. The men's team ain't worth a fuck damn. They would never, ever win. The U.S. men's team will never win a World Cup. Let's just say that right now. Because one, the World Cup in men's soccer is so much bigger outside of the United States. It's literally the world sport. Why? Because everywhere plays this sport. It is one of the world's oldest sports. And Latin American countries, African countries, Asian countries, you name it, European countries, you name it, soccer is there. And that is the exact, and the MLS is considered to like Champions League and Premier League, all that stuff. MLS is considered like minor league shit. We call it Major League Soccer. That's the professional soccer level. No, it's not. That's not the real professional soccer level. Right? That's where players go to kind of tune up their game to go start playing overseas. Yeah, playing against scrubs essentially.
The
Yeah,
CFL,
so
if you will.
Sure, if you want to compare it to like the NFL, they'd be like the CFL. They might even be the USFL, one-hitter quitter type of shit, or the AFL, whatever the fuck league just came and died, not too long ago. They would be considered that compared to the other teams overseas. So that's why I say like the development. We just don't look at soccer the same way in this country. That's why we will never win a World Cup. It's not like, oh, we'll never be competitive. No, we'll never be competitive on their level. We'll never be competitive when it comes to the want of wanting to win. People, practice and devote their entire lives from childhood up until adulthood to win the World Cup for their country. They don't do that here in the States. Ain't nobody give a shit about soccer like that over here. That's why when they have an American actually go and play overseas, it's a big thing. But guess what? That American ain't fucking starting. He's sitting his ass on the bench. So don't act like, oh, just because he went to go play it overseas that he was the shit. He was the shit here. He ain't the shit there. They just needed to fill bodies. That's all it was. There's a handful of players that get. What about Landon Donovan? What about these other? Again, Landon Donovan played his entire career in the LA Galaxy. He couldn't hold David Beckham's fucking jockstrap, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo. Landon Donovan couldn't. He couldn't hold a candle to these fucking guys. So that's not even. He was great here, but he was nothing overseas. Nothing overseas. So that's what I'm saying. Again, World Cup when it comes to men's soccer will never be winning a World Cup anytime soon. At least in my lifetime. If it changes over time. Hey, whatever it may be. But at least for now, no chance in hell. But the women's soccer team, they've been dominant so long. They're winning gold medals. They're winning World Cups. They're winning all of that shit. Yet they're getting paid way less than what the men. For what? They're actually winning the trophy. They're actually inspiring generations of young girls and stuff like that to come up and want to play soccer. That's why the U.S. women's soccer club is as popular and as dominant as as there is, because there's actual interest in it. So, and I mean, when it comes to women's sports, I just believe American women are more athletic than most women outside of the country. Why? Because we have a fucking melting pot of every country in this fucking country. We're dipping from everywhere. That's where we get. That's why we're so good. The best athlete is over there. We're gonna have him breed with our people over here. But hey, how you doing? We're gonna give you citizenship. We're gonna give you all that. You're just gonna win us a bunch of gold medals. That's what's gonna happen. You're just gonna make a whole bunch of we have a bunch of mixed babies, everything like that. That's the whole point. That's the only way. That's the only way. But it's like, I don't know, man. When it comes to soccer, the women long time overdue. But again, the American women, they're too good not to get paid what they're due. So it's about damn time. And U.S. first FIFA organization to do something like that. So they might actually have. I mean, we'll see if more countries follow suit. But we'll see what ends up happening. People end up feeling the same way or doing the same thing, because it is something that should be looked into, especially if your women's squad has a bunch of success. It's long overdue. We're talking people like Mia Hamm and all that kind of stuff kind of laid the groundwork for all of this to happen, and for it to finally happen.
Shout out the captain. Shout out the captain. Shout out the captain, Megan. Shout out Megan Rappaport, man.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Real shit. But go ahead, continue.
She put that tweet out there and everything else like that. So they said it was impossible to be able to do it. They didn't have the money, and they kept fighting, and it happened. It's not impossible. You just got to push the right buttons and talk to the right people, and that's exactly what they did. And they got it to where it's supposed to be and what it should have been a long time ago. So shout out to U.S. women's soccer for finally getting your due. I mean, equal pay, yeah, that's what I think you guys should get more, honestly. But but that's just my own personal opinions. But regardless, again, shout out to you guys, and it's about fucking time. That needs to be going on, a lot more in other countries around the world. Hopefully, they'll follow suit. Before we head out here, guys, Mountain Mike's was started as a single pizza restaurant with a casual, family-friendly atmosphere, has since grown into a leading pizza brand. From the very beginning, we aim to provide the highest quality pizza using only the freshest, the finest ingredients. Mountain Mike's Pizza the way it ought to be. Shout out to Dave and the crew down over there on Sunrise Boulevard at that Mountain Mike's, where we usually hold our watch long, where we had the Super Bowl this last year, where we plan on watching the Super Bowl again next year. So yeah, shout out to Mount Mike's and shout out to Dave and everybody over there and the crew. You guys know where to find us. The JAFFO's AP on Twitter, JAFFO Sports on Instagram. YouTube here is for Native Rose Productions, as well as Facebook is also for Native Rose Productions. This Friday, Logical Senses podcast is back. Myself and AC Adam Kane finally back to it. Hope maybe we'll get into a little bit of his 2 weeks of being production assistant and stuff like that. Maybe he can speak on a little bit about what he did, maybe just not what it was. So we'll talk about that. And then the topic we've all been waiting for, talking about religion and how it's affected the world and everything else like that. We're going to get down to it, the nitty gritty of the whole thing. Join the conversation. Let's be civil. Let's talk back and forth. Give us your beliefs. Talk to us. Let's, again, be civil about it. We don't need to be bashing anybody or anything for their beliefs or anything else like that. So go get with that. Logical Senses back this Friday at 7 p.m. With myself and with Adam Kane, AC. So once again, thank you guys for hanging out with us. All this time, we will come back all pro JAFFOs on Monday. A lot of things will probably happen by then. Maybe depending on how things go, if the sweep, like I call, happens, we might be talking about Warriors waiting on either the Heat and the Celtics in the finals. So we'll see what happens there. But again, on Monday, 7 o'clock, we will be here. I talked to the San Jose State University, Mr. Duck, the mascot who walks around literally every San Jose State football game and sporting event or whatever. He's got the hoodie on, he's got the duck mask, he's walking around with a loaf of bread body cover. So we follow each other on Twitter. I've seen a lot of the things that he's been doing and how he represents the San Jose State and the fandom of San Jose State sports. So I talked to him a little bit today. He said for the next 2 weeks, he's going to be going through finals and everything, which tells me he's a student. So he's going to be going through finals and everything like that. Then after that, we'll probably be able to have a little conversation to see how this whole thing got to start for the San Jose State Duck. And we'll keep you guys posted on that. Again, it's going to be a little over 2 weeks away for that to officially happen. But when it does, you guys are going to want to be there for that conversation because I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting one. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Back on Monday at 7 p.m. Logical Senses on Friday. YouTube channel, the Native Rose Productions YouTube channel. Love you guys, JAFFO Army, PvP family. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. For myself, JP. Oh, wait. All right. I had to explain myself real quick because Kay was very surprised that I said I was working out. I got to explain this real quick. All right. Myself necessarily, I've been looking back at a lot of these videos, a lot of these edits, and just kind of at the points where I kind of sit back. And if you notice more of this episode, I'm a little bit more into the camera. But, kind of, I know I look like a little bit of the Michelin Man plus a little bit of melted ice cream. See, I get that. So, I felt like I needed to change, and working out and everything started yesterday night. Doing a lot of body exercises and stuff like that. Today, I actually got into actually the bench and everything else like that, kind of getting the stretching the body back into the actual motions of doing everything. And I felt pretty good. So coming out of it, I know tomorrow getting right back into it. The wife's, got her goals and everything else like that too. So we're doing it together. And then my boy Kenny, shout out to Kenny. He's a part of Groundbreaking Enterprises, as a matter of fact. Know him very well. I've known him since I was in high school and stuff as well. Messaged me is like, because I even put it out there. I was just like, not necessarily happy with the way I look, chains and stuff like that. I know this right here. This can make me a lot of money. Right? I know that. I know that. I'm being a little conceited, but I do know that at least for my own well-being and everything else like that, I need to get into better shape, better lifestyle, and everything. Yeah. Thank you, Kay. So that's where the decision came, and then my boy Kenny came out and he just said grind to greatness, and I thought about that, and I was like, grind to greatness. I was like, that's a good thing. I was like, so instead of it just being me, I was gonna put it. Let's just use the hashtag grind to greatness for anybody who feels like they need change or feels like they have want to share their progress and their own weight loss journey and everything else like that. Use the hashtags JAFFO family and the hashtag grind to greatness. And we'll do it all together. We'll do it as a community. That's one thing that we wanted to build with this podcast is a sense of community. So if you feel like you're all alone, don't. We're here. Let's do it all together. Let's get into better shape and stuff like that. Give each other our progress and that kind of stuff. I know we talked about doing the weight loss challenge a couple of years ago. That didn't. Kay seemed to be the only one who was taking that seriously at the time.
Hey, I'm be honest, folks. I didn't want to say shit. I just let him talk. I'm glad he caught that. I'm glad he caught that. I'm just saying. But anyway, y'all make sure don't ever lose hope because this was JP on the treadmill yesterday. He was looking just like this, about to die. When he got home, he was like this.
No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that. Look, I realized that I couldn't like go extremely hard right out of the gate. That's just gonna set me up for failure. End up pulling something, tearing something, just doing stupid shit. I understand it's been a long time since I've been in the gym, since I've been, active in that way and stuff like that. So I realized that at least the beginning, the first week or so like that, it's going to be a lot of body weight, a lot of stretching, a lot of, motion and everything else like that, just to get the body used to the motions again. Because again, I'm not trying to fucking kill myself just right out of the gate. So again, it's a journey. It's a little bit of something that it's progress. That's all it is. And I'm not doing it for anybody else but me. Like honestly, and it was my own. It wasn't like, oh, I just seen with a whole bunch of people or anybody, called me a certain thing or whatever. It's just my own look at myself in the mirror, and I want to be happy with what I see. So that's my whole thing. I can't talk serious shit with a goofy motherfucker like this on the podcast.
Hey, y'all. Hey, JP looked at himself in the mirror like, hey, you are Tubbs. You are Tubbs. Go to the gym, motherfucker. You fat motherfucker.
Talking myself into it and everything. Get your ass down those stairs. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's go. Leave it to Country K to keep me fucking humble. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
Hey, don't feel bad, man. I'm be honest. I'm still fat. I'm still fat. I'm just a little less fat. That's it.
That's it. That's all. But it's like, yeah, I just so that's gonna happen. There's no backing out of this.
I'm still faster than Peyton. I'm still faster than Peyton. I'm sorry.
Even at that. Yeah, so but again, if you guys want to do it together, let's do it together. Use those hashtags JAFFO family and grind to greatness. And once again, appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. For myself, JP, for Country K, we will see you guys on Monday. And deuces.
Aloha.